Welcome everyone. Today I'm going to be presenting on a topic that is called repertoire. Repertoire is an English term and it means that a collection of works. So how to perform something within a sequence. Suppose in some parts an artist is smiling, again he is crying, again he is smiling and is doing something. A lot of things to do with a sequence of work. This is called repertoire. So, my topic is obstacles against developing communicative competence. What are the obstacles? Obstacles means some sort of hindrance, right? The things that does not help. So, obstacles against developing communicative competence. It means speaking ability. Why do the students fail to speak in English? This is the topic. And at the beginning, I want to tell you a story of Alberto. Alberto is a black Negro person in South Africa. He was a student of English. And one of the teachers, the teacher's name was John Schumann. John Schumann was a very popular teacher and he was 100% successful in teaching the students. Suppose if you study with John Schumann, he will make you learn English very quickly. Within a very short time, 6 months, you will learn it. Because every time you have to be sincere. So, John Schumann was successful with all students, but only one student did not succeed. His name was Alberto. And he has done a research why he failed. So, I got curious that I should do the same and try to find out what is the problem with the Bangladeshi students. So, I did the research. And the research has been divided into 5 parts. Part 1. This is introduction. What is the goal of a language course? What the students think? Basically, all the students in Coxbazar or whatever you just mentioned, all over the Bangladesh, most of the students want to learn vocabulary and grammar. They want to learn, sir, I want to learn vocabulary and grammar and I want to develop English. This is the thing. Everybody say. But what is the learner's goal? What is your target? Your main target is not vocabulary or grammar. Your main target is to be able to speak in English or to be able to communicate with others perfectly with confidence. This is your target. But you say that grammar and vocabulary. So, what is important is Dale Hymes, he said that communicative competence, you should know the functional knowledge. Suppose you know vocabulary, grammar, but if you do not know the function, it means language uses. Suppose you know tense, but you cannot apply it. So this is the problem. And you need to be grammatical and appropriate. That is, your sentences should be correct. Appropriate means correct. Suppose if I say, I does not like you. Wrong sentence? Right? Is it wrong sentence or correct sentence? I does not like you?
Wrong sentence.
Definitely wrong sentence. I do not like you. Definitely there is a necessity of grammar.
Yes, sir.
And appropriate. It has to be appropriate to the situation. Suppose if you talk to a teacher and if you say that, can I come in? This is not appropriate. You have to say, may I come in, sir?
Yes.
Or may I come in, madam? So there is a kind of appropriacy. So hopefully you have understood what is grammatical, what is appropriate. Then, extremely important part is when to speak, where to speak, whom to speak and what manner. This is important. If you say, I had a problem, I cannot talk to you. So the manner was wrong. So manner should be polite, number 1. Whom? It is important to whom you are talking. Your father, sister, friend, brother, husband, wife, relative or unknown person. Whom you are talking to, it depends on the sentence. Another thing is where? Is it in the hospital or in the road or in the college or in the house? Every situation, different sentences, different types of expressions, remember. Last thing is when? In the morning, at night, we have a bad habit. We say good night. When? At 7 or 8 p.m. we say good night. This is wrong. Good night is applied only before sleeping. Remember it. At that time it will be good evening. So we need to know when, where, whom and what manner you are speaking to. Then your language will be perfect. Nobody can complain then. Now coming to part 2. Hopefully part 1 is clear. Part 2, I am talking about linguistics. What is linguistics? Ability to speak in a correct language. Suppose Bangla. I am using Bangla. If I say, Amni ki eshechen? That sentence is probably correct, but it sounds very odd. If I say, আপনার সাথে কথা বলতে পারি? আপনি কি এসেছিলেন? The way I just said, it was accurate, at least acceptable. This is called linguistics. Linguistics is also applied in English. If you say, what's up? How are you? What are you doing? These sentences are linguistic sentences, accurate. This is called linguistics. Linguistics goes with phonetics, that is pronunciation, word setup, vocabulary, and sentence structure. If I say, what is you doing? Is it correct?
No.
So this not be included in linguistics. This wrong type of sentence. Coming to sociolinguistics. Very important. You probably do not know. There is a relationship between society and language. This is called sociolinguistics. In Cox's Bazar, you speak one type of Chittagonian language. Suppose, Rasta maze boride. That is a sentence used in Cox's Bazar. But in Chittagong, it will be Rasta biskandi boride. Right?
Yes, absolutely.
There is a variation. According to one society, one language, another society, another language. Just let me give you another example. In England, if you look at London, they will say, can I help you? Can I help you? This is in England. Pronunciation will be like this. But in Australia, did you come to die? This will be another type of expression. Did you notice the difference?
Yes, sir.
In England, can I help you? This is one. In Australia, did you come to die? So both the speakers use English, but there is a difference according to the society and culture with the pronunciation part. And then coming to discourse. It means ability to speak continuously. You will find that some people speak continuously without any stoppage. They can. Some people, they are very little speaker. They do not speak very all the times. So discourse, it depends on how much you can talk, how deeply you can talk. And if you do not talk, remember you will not be able to learn English. That is called discourse. Ability to speak in any situation. Whether it is wrong or right, doesn't matter. You feel confident. You are not uncomfortable. This is called discourse. Coming to the next one, strategic. There is technique. Everybody has a technique to speak. Suppose somebody is, can I talk to you? A kind of voice. Another is, can I talk to you? Everybody has got one more strategy that is called voice. Voice and tone is extremely important. Look at this. A teacher is talking to two students. How? What's your problem? This is what strategy that he is following. He is threatening the student and he is afraid. And in another part, same teacher is talking to another student. What's your problem? It means he wants to help. This is called strategy, technique, voice modulation. With the voice and tone, you can change the strategy, anything. This is called expression as well. So there are 4 parts: linguistics, sociolinguistics, discourse, and strategics. Right? These are for what? Communicative competence. Alright? Now coming to the main idea. In Bangladesh, I have found that most of the students in rural areas, in the villages, they fail in English from class 6 to 10. in most of the cases, they fail in English. When the teacher does not give any suggestion, a creative question comes, they fail in English. Just there is a school, Haji Ilyas Mia High School. There, if you check, one of the teachers there is our student. I checked some scripts. You know how many students passed there? Only 10 students passed out of 120. Because the teacher did not give any suggestion. All of them failed. Why? Because their knowledge is memorization only. Suggestion based study. They do not care about English and Bangla. They care about other subjects. This is the problem. So this is 100% recorded evidence that fails in English basically in rural areas. But in city areas, parents are sincere, student is sincere, and teachers are also sincere. Just go to Coxburg Boys High School. English passing rate close to 100%. Girls school close to 100. Why? Parents are sincere, teachers are sincere, students are also sincere about learning English. This is the basic difference. I am just showing you within 8 kilometers distance. Now, one most dangerous part in Bangladesh is that 2 skills are missing in every educational sector. 2 skills, listening and speaking. What do the teachers teach? The teachers teach only reading, writing, grammar or vocabulary. Finish. Reading, writing, grammar or vocabulary. Finish. This is English. Is there any teacher who has taught you listening? No. Even they did not allow you to speak in English. If you speak in English, you'll say, oh my goodness, he is showing that he knows English. Alright? It's a kind of insulting comment provided sometimes. So, another problem is no interaction scope. Suppose you are very good at English. You got A+ in SSC and HSC. But the problem is, there is no scope. Where will you apply your knowledge? Nobody is speaking in English with you. This is the problem. So this is part 2 done. Now coming to part 3. Some researchers found that, number 1, most of the students in Bangladesh, they use incomplete sentences. Let me tell you a joke. One day a person, he is lost in the airport. He also lost his luggage. He is very nervous, so he cannot speak in English. He is saying that, I want to talk. He is explaining. Morning, I coming. Luggage is missing. I complaining. Nobody is helping. Nobody helping. Please help me. So somehow he managed to throw the message. So this is what he understood. The receptionist understood what he meant. This is what incomplete sentences. This is the way. So suppose in Coxburg, most of the translators use incomplete sentences as well. They just convey the message. Lunch taken, not taken. Why not taken? Let's go. This is incomplete sentence. And it means that their vocabulary is poor. Vocabulary is poor. Next one is excessive use of L1. L1 means language 1. We have the bad habit. Suppose the person who is taking the video, he always talks to me in English, no Bangla. As a result, his development is extremely fast. He developed too much, honestly speaking. He can speak in English anywhere. But what is your problem? Suppose, what's your name? Jahangir. Jahangir is a very good student. He does not speak in English with me all the times. So development is not that fast. These are bad habits. So we should, if you speak in English with your friend all the times, believe me, within 3 months, your ability will develop very quickly. Next one is lacking transfer skill. Transfer means you are thinking something and saying something. We do not have that ability. I am thinking Bangla, just transferring it in English. That ability is missing with the students. Next one is reluctant speaker. Reluctant means unwilling. Most of the students in Bangladesh are unwilling to talk. Right? If I ask you, then you answer. If I do not ask, do you have any question? Either yes or no. No response. So this is the most dangerous problem. Most of the students in language classes even, they are unwilling to talk. And this is the result of failure. Next one is socio-cultural problem. From your childhood, what was your main language to learn? Just think. Your society said that learn Arabic first, otherwise you will not go to heaven. Just remember, am I right? They forced you to learn Arabic, not even Bangla. So this is our socio-cultural problem. You should learn all the languages. Arabic, I should not disrespect. You should learn Arabic, but side by side you learn English. Side by side you learn Bangla. Try to learn all the languages. But English is avoided during your childhood. Because your surrounding society, even your relatives or parents are afraid of English. Probably they said that this is the language which will not help you to go to heaven. Rather, this language is holy language. Kind of negative feeling is there. So, this is socio-cultural reason. And another reason is financial part in connection with socio-cultural reason. Suppose you are poor, you are afraid to attend the English classes. If the teacher says that buy this book, you do not buy it. Now coming to part 4, the research that I have done. Research means a kind of study. Research means the study about a topic, anything. So I used some questionnaires. I asked the teachers and I also asked the students, and I have the documents with me. Open and closed. Some questions were open. What you think? Some questions were with MCQ. Good, very good, bad, very poor. Alright? This type of options were there. This is called close-ended question. Now I have taken 5 teachers from different educational institutes. Suppose from Southern University, from Grudal Government College, from Coxburgh Government College, and from Feni Government College. And 20 students from all the institutions that I mentioned. So one of the questions was, how many speaking classes do you get? To the students I asked this question. How many speaking classes do you get? So how many speaking classes the students got? Believe it or not, 60% students said that they have never got any speaking class. Always the teacher comes, sometimes he speaks in English, sometimes in Bangla, and he takes the class. The teacher never allowed them in colleges or schools to speak in English. He sometimes spoke in English and sometimes in Bangla. Then he finished the class. This is the common scenario. The students said, 60% students. Some students said that we got chance. Only some, 20% type. And another question that I asked to the teachers, performance of the students. What is the level of the performance the students have? All the students said that, all the teachers actually mentioned that it's a very poor performance of the students. Only 5 or 6 students in every class, they did well. The performance in the class regarding speaking was only 10 to 20% students performed well, and other 80% students did not perform well in speaking, according to the report of the 5 teachers. And then, coming to the last part, main reasons why do the students fail to speak. Number 1 is fear, afraid of committing mistake. And my pronunciation is wrong, my sentence is wrong, everything is wrong, grammar is also wrong, I have got low proficiency level, people will laugh at me. This type of feelings work. This is called fear. Next one is nervousness. You are a good student, but when you are speaking in front of others, I want to tell you today that kind of mentality works, nervousness. But you are a very good student. Next one is lack of confidence. Suppose confident eyes are always like this, right? Always fixed, but confidence is missing. Today, I want to, that kind of eye movement, body language, everything shows that you are not confident. So lack of confidence is another. Next one is hesitation. I want to tell you this type of hesitation works when we speak. Then lack of accuracy. We should to do it, and we should done it. That kind of sentences are sometimes there when a fluent speaker speak. We should to do it. We should to. It should be ought to. And we should done it is also wrong. We should do it. This type of wrong sentences. So lack of accuracy. Last thing is low proficiency. It means low skill. Somebody asked you a question that how many years have you been living in Bangladesh? Bangladesh is a very beautiful country. I like it. So what is the answer? The answer said that you did not understand what he said. He said that how many years have you been living in Bangladesh? You are staying here. The answer will be definitely from my birth, or 10 years, 1 year, 2 years, something like this. But you said what? Bangladesh is a beautiful country and I love Bangladesh. So this is another problem. The students do not understand what the teacher said in English. This is listening problem. Hopefully you have understood everything together. That's it from here. Thank you very much for watching this video.